You guys know I'm always looking out for you. And, this is a highly debated subject. Should you buy a pay-per-view? Or, is it okay to go to a website, stream it, watch it for free, whatever? Now, you guys know I have a boxing group. A lot of you guys know Counterpunch Boxing on Facebook. And I'm not going to say that I do it, okay? But on Facebook, on fight night, you can go to any major boxing group, and most likely you're going to have a guy that is pointing his camera towards the TV and going live on Facebook. Therefore, people out there that might be at work or, maybe simply can't afford the fight or whatever, they can watch it. Well, now they're cracking down. Okay. And look, last time, I'm not going to say I tried it because, I never have. How can I put it? Last time a friend of mine, this guy I know, tried it. It got shut down immediately, but we've also been able to, or the group, people in the group have been able to show pay-per-view events many times and nothing happened, okay? But I have noticed lately they've gotten just completely shut down immediately, especially Mayweather-McGregor. I know someone in my group tried to put a live feed up, like I said, just pointing their phone to the TV, and within like a minute it got taken down, and it said like, copyright something, CBS Sports, whatever, it got taken down. But the point is, they're cracking down on it. Now, I have mixed feelings. This guy here, long story short, shout out to Boxing Scene. This guy here went live during Anthony Joshua Klitschko to over 4,000 people, and now he's being hit with an $85,000 bill, plus legal fees, plus all, this guy's getting hit with like 100 grand, okay? And, with the risk of, I think, up to 5 years in prison, okay? So, they're really cracking down, and they're looking to make an example out of certain people out there, and, and I think look, you can right now, you can go to Facebook and type in, the next big pay-per-view, like say Canelo Golovkin rematch pay-per-view, live stream or whatever. And they actually make groups that are dedicated to it that, get members to come join their group, based on the fact that they're going to show the fight live. And if you're a member of the group, you can watch it for free. This is how a lot of groups out there. And in the meantime, they try to sell you their products or, push their agenda on you or whatever, but that's the bait, okay? They use it as bait. And, there's a market for it. There really is. It's not just, one boxing fan looking out for another. I mean, typically that's the case, but there are people out there that use illegal live streaming to make money, okay? And you can even, of course, we know there's even websites devoted. You have to have a membership. You can pay, whatever, $19.95 a month or a year rather, and watch any pay-per-view for free. There's Fire Stick. I mean, there's all kinds of ways out there to watch pay-per-view for free. But, here's the thing. Okay, here's my question. Like this guy, well, but before I, get on with my question, right here, this guy in Australia, a $60,000 fine, 5 years in prison, basically live streaming a pay-per-view event. They talk about the watermark, especially if you're a Sky Sports, if you're watching it and you see like a bunch of numbers and letters like at the bottom of your screen, like right now you see my little green bar, it says 3 minutes and 33 seconds, like whatever. But if you're watching a live stream and you notice a little identification bar with the numbers, letters jumbled together, that's how they track you, okay? And that's what these articles go, they go on and they're talking about the watermark. So if you ever see a watermark, that means, you can easily be tracked. So I'm not encouraging people to do this. I'm just telling you, the full story. But, here's my way of thinking on it, okay? First of all, if the pay-per-views weren't so damn expensive, people wouldn't be forced to do it. I mean, there's not a lot of people. I mean, look at Mayweather-McGregor. Okay, that was a $100 pay-per-view. Okay, $100 to watch that. That's crazy. There's no, look, you don't have to pay $100 to watch basketball. You don't have to pay $100 to watch like the Super Bowl or any, I think boxing, and not only is it such a tight niche, little, it's almost like, I don't know, like horseback racing or like tennis, okay? I mean, boxing is like a niche kind of sport. It's not the NFL or even the NHL or you know, the baseball league or the basketball, you know, whatever. I mean, boxing, you know, people would argue it's a dying sport and the diehard fans keep it alive. So, you know, I think it's wrong to charge, you know, any kind of money, honestly, you know. And I guess that's what Al Heyman was trying to do with Premier Boxing Champions, and maybe now it's what Bob Arum is trying to do with the whole ESPN thing. But again, you got to remember, in order to have ESPN, you have to have, you know, an $80 cable bill like I do. My cable bills are like right at $200 a month because I have every channel. But in order for me to watch, you know, free boxing, I have to have a, you know, a cable subscription. You have to have Comcast or AT&T or Dish Network or whatever. You know, it's not rabbit ear free TV. You can't just plug in a TV and watch boxing. You have to have a subscription to a cable company. So I never understood the idea of free boxing. There's no such thing. And it's, like I said, it's the only sport out there that you've got to pay for. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you look at it. You have to pay. Unless you watch it on YouTube or illegally, you have to pay for it. Think about it. There is no such thing as free boxing, okay? And it's the only sport on the planet that you've got to pay for. Therefore, I think that's why it is such a tight niche little thing, and it's why it's not as big as, you know, baseball or football. Because look, back in the day, you go back to the 40s, 50s, 60s, I mean, boxing was, you know, America's pastime. It wasn't baseball, it wasn't football, it was boxing. I mean, you know, I'm talking about the golden age of boxing, you know, back with Sugar Ray Robinson, you know, Jake LaMotta, you know, the golden age of boxing. That was America's pastime. Okay, now, you know, you got to pay for it. And not only do you have to pay for it, I mean, for some people, you know, if you're working a minimum wage job, that's half your damn paycheck for a week. I mean, that's a lot of money. Okay, it's $100, a lot of money to a lot of people out there. You know, even a $50 pay-per-view, which is typically what they are, $49.99 or $59.99, it's still a lot of money. You know, asking every, you know, boxing fans to reach in their pockets. Now, I could understand. Okay, hear me out. I don't mean to babble, but I could understand if they needed that money in order to deliver the fight to you. You know, in other words, you know, hey, we need, you know, to keep boxing going, we need you guys to pay and you know, basically support it so we can keep bringing you great fights. But that's not true. That is simply not true. I mean, look at, you know, Manny Pacquiao making $100 million, Mayweather $100 million. Come on, are you? There's no athlete on the planet that deserves that kind of money. And who paid for it? You did. You paid for it. I paid for it. Okay, so I think it's crazy, you know, whenever you have a boxing fan out there that, you know, wants to point, you know, an iPhone to a TV and show 10 of his buddies a fight, that, you know, he can go to jail. He can have a $5,000, you know, a $10,000 fine. That's crazy to me. You know, and this is one of the main reasons people simply, they're turned off to boxing. Okay, I mean, me as a hardcore fan, I struggle with it, and you know, I do buy pay-per-views, but man, I'm telling you, I hate doing it. I'm sick of doing it, and you know, if it's not a really good fight, I won't purchase them anymore. I won't buy them. Okay, you know, but I think pay-per-view, it is a sinking ship, and it's going to be a thing of the past. Okay, you know, so. And like I said, it's just crazy to me that any sport would ask a fan to reach in their pocket and pay $100, you know, and 90% of the time, it's a terrible matchup. I mean, I was just looking at some old pay-per-views, you know, Pacquiao-Algieri, you know, just looking at this picture here, you know, Mayweather, Andre Berto. I mean, you kidding me? You know, that's crazy. You know, and I think, you know, if you guys are familiar with the band Metallica, you know, I was reading an article about the whole Napster situation, about people downloading music illegally, and, you know, same thing back then. These rock stars, man, they make millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they're worried about some little punk kid in Ohio downloading a couple of Metallica songs. It's crazy to me. And yes, I get it. I know the counter argument. Oh, well, they lose millions. Yeah, but they also make millions. Okay, you know. So, and here's the thing. Okay, let me close on this. Okay, here's the thing. You know, people that typically stream fights. Look, people always ask. By the way, you guys, like this guy here, put in your request to join our group, Counterpunch Boxing on Facebook. So, but let me end here. Okay, usually people that are watching a you know, illegally streamed fight, they're not going to buy it anyway. You know, so what, it's, to me, you're not really, it's like, you know, like this guy that you know, they said basically he had like 4,000 people watching, so now he's got to pay, you know, $70,000. Well, those 4,000 people, they weren't going to order it any damn way, you know. So I don't agree with their method, you know, their method of handling it, you know, just basically tallying up each viewer as $70 a pop. So everybody that watched that illegal stream, that's $70 a head, and now you're going to be fined that. I mean, so I don't agree with that, because like I said, people that do this kind of stuff, they're not going to order it any damn way. So, you know, I don't know, guys. What do you think? I mean, of course, it is corporate greed. That's a given. That's obvious. But, you know, I think they're taking it too far. I mean, come on. They're threatening to put people in jail. You know, this guy having to pay $70,000, $80,000 worth of fines, and, you know, payroll deductions. And it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, you know, I really want to hear what you think.